Hello, welcome. Passenger missions are back! Well, let me start by saying, actually, they're not. They're not in the way they were, but it's definitely a viable thing. As you can see, I'm getting loads of messages come in my game. So I'm going to take you through it, and I'm going to be honest that it's probably, you can maybe get 30 million from a run. It's about a 40-minute run as well, so it's not something to be taken lightly. You have to be really, really committed to these type of things. I've always said that when you're doing passenger missions, you have to be committed to ranking up with those people, and then doing the runs as well on top of that. Now, some places will allow you to rank up by running short missions to local places. So all you do is you go into your start menu like this, and then go to your missions board, and you'll probably be able to see somewhere within close distance doing some type of data run or something like that. I'll check the board here, I'm not too sure, and it's probably going to stiff me by not loading up, but that's what happens when you're recording and you don't have stock footage. But I'll let it run anyway in the background. So yeah, this isn't mine. So they have got a boom data delivery. Unfortunately, that's not with the Federation. But to be honest, with these missions, it doesn't matter who gives you them. If it's a Fed or an Empire, which there's no Empire here, but if there was, it's just a bonus that you're gonna actually be able to rank up with them at the same time. So for example, they've got this place HK Aquarius, so you want to kind of look through and just see if they've got any other ones that are running there. So I'll have a quick check of that one. That's going there. That one's going there. So if you really if you just want to rep up fast to get those prices up, then feel free to do data missions. It does work. There is an Empire one here, didn't know. And you'll rank up. I mean, you rank up pretty fast. When I say 30 million an hour, you have to be aligned with the local factions. You have to be. That reflects your payout. What also reflects your payout is your status with the Federation, the Empire, or the Alliance, or whatever. Wherever it is you're doing those things, you have to be repped up with them for the best prices too. So you're never going to hit that target thing that we put, like all YouTubers put on the video, 30 million an hour. You're only going to do that if you're repped up. Before that, you've got to understand you're going to take a loss at the beginning. Well, not take a loss, but you're going to be taking losses in terms of percentage per hour at the beginning. But if you see that as a win-win situation no matter what does it matter? Just get repped up and you'll be there in no time. No, sometimes I always say, and this isn't something you can just kind of do in one sitting overnight for three hours of stuff. I mean, the missions themselves are going to take you about an hour to do with including board hopping and whatnot. So what it looks like might have happened is it looks like they've Frontier have looked at it sooner rather than later. I'm guessing through a lot of people complaining. They've looked at it sooner rather than later and said, you know what, we'll balance these out a little bit. So they have balanced them out. They're definitely lower paying, and in some instances they really don't pay well. But it's once again something you can do that doesn't really involve doing skimming missions or fighting missions. I call them passive missions. Say what they are. So let me get down to it, and I'll tell you the details, okay? So you're going to want to go to this system, which actually that doesn't really show a good thing of it, which is GD1192. Now I want to give a shout out to Commander William. He's the guy who actually explained this to me. I've only just got back to the bubble from a run to Sagittarius A, so I'm kind of a bit unplugged from everything at the moment, and then when I got back I kind of started material hunting because I wanted to mess about with my frameshift drive. So I've been doing engineering stuff since I've been back. But the passenger missions, as anybody knows, and anybody knows me, that's what's in my heart, that and discovery stuff. So it's nice that somebody dropped in. Commander William, once again, another shout out, because this isn't my work, this is his work. But I had a bit of a lunch break and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to take the Anaconda out there because I've actually had the frameshift drive engineered a bit better. and I came out and I had a look. So you're going to start here in GD1192. So I'll come back to that in a second, but I'll show you the prices that I'm currently getting. So 14.8. No, let's start with the simple ones. 33 Rebels, getting 300,000 credits. That's not much, considering you would have probably got about 800,000 for that in the past. But it's roughly around where I was saying missions should be placed. When I've been talking to people and they're saying, well, what prices do you think it should be? I've always said, you know, if there was a viable way of making 10 million an hour, I think that's an acceptable price for the kind of boredom element of it, if you will. So you know, you can go, there you go, about 2 million, and then you kind of see, I think the highest amounts you're going to probably see is about 1 million, 1.4 million maybe. That's based on your rep. Let's not forget that all those numbers are completely connected to your rep. So if you arrive here with no rep, especially people who've just started the game, if you just started the game, don't even bother. I just don't think it's worth it. Get out there and do the road to riches. Seriously, get the roads to riches done before that gets nerfed, because it will get nerfed at some point for sure. So get it done and get that money, because there's a heck of a lot of money per hour in that as well. Roads to riches, I've linked it in some other videos. I'll try and link it in the show notes or the video notes at the bottom. So let's get on with it. So yeah, you're going to get these prices roughly. One of the bad things, Smeaton Orbital, yeah, 1.87 million light seconds. So believe me, get ready, put your game in borderless and get a YouTube video going, or a film that you haven't seen that you want to see running in the background. Seriously, it'll pass that time, but be prepared to tab back in just in case there is an interdiction, because it's possible on some of these missions for sure. So yeah, so drop into your passenger lounge. It's probably reloaded since I last looked at it, because I've left it for a couple of hours since then. So I'll just load up the passenger lounge. Thanks for all the subscriptions, by the way. The kind of subscription rate's going up really high, and I'm close to my first 100, which is really, really nice. So thanks, and thanks for the support from people. Certain people give me, you know, if you message me, I will get back to you. So, you know, people saying in the messages and stuff that they really like my videos, or that I'm really doing, or that they like what I'm doing, is really nice. It's nice to see. So there you go, 24 tourists. So that's 1.7. So that's not too bad either. So just coming in, you want to be looking for things going to LTT 9360, and they'll all be going to Smeaton Orbital. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So it's there. You're going from GG192. Okay, and I am in the oh damn it, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm in the Melvin Hub. I'll put all this in the show notes, by the way. And then, actually, I shouldn't have done it there. You're going to go to Smeaton Orbital in LTT... What is it? Oh, craps. I should have known the name. It's gone out of my head. LTT 9360. So LTT 9360. You know, if you haven't got any money, these are seriously worth doing. Kit out a small ship. You know, it's, again, size of ship. I've got an Anaconda. You know, it's fully kitted out with economy class seats. So you know, I've got like 100 and odd seats in there, 146 I think. So I can earn this money. If you're coming along with a Beluga or something else, be prepared to take a loss on what I'm quoting here. But seriously, make your own numbers. But if you want a passive way to make some money and get ahead in the game, this is one of the good ways to do it. Now, I do have another spot that I want to check, one of my old spots where I was making pretty good money for a much lesser flying distance. So I'm going to go check that out, and if it's a viable one, I'll probably make a video about that in order to get people to not have to fly so far. So what more can I say? There it is. Get it done for those of you like passenger missions. Just want to give a shout out to Toffmeister. There's his ship. So this is his ship now with his name on it. So whenever I'm playing in game and I'm using this particular ship, it's going to adorn his name. He won that in a competition where when I went to Sag, so that he was there when we arrived at Sagittarius A, me and my wingmate Cybersec. So we named the ship after his character. Well, and that's the TM part, and then we give it the name Hooded Swan. Go work out what that means. And yeah, I'll be running other little competitions and stuff in my time, and you know, for fans of the stream, please join in when you can. So I'm not going to keep you. That's it. That's pretty much it for today. I am going to get round to this apps video. I'm just working on it right now. I'm just looking at some different apps and what they do to make sure I haven't missed any decent ones. So keep in touch, and I'll see you soon. Okay.